Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, the time is now 11:04 a.m. This is Transportation Secretary Tim Gatz. This meeting of the Oklahoma Transportation Commission is being conducted with a quorum of the Transportation Commission present and in person, and a few others joining us virtually. Mr. Chairman, at this time, please proceed with the commission.
I hereby call this meeting to order and ask everyone to please mute their microphones. I have just a few instructions to help this meeting go smoothly. Please keep your microphones on mute until you're ready to speak. Only members of the commission and the presenters on the agenda will be recognized to speak. Remember to announce your name before speaking each time so we keep accurate minutes for the records. Please direct your questions, comments, and motions to the chair, and I will recognize you. Roll call votes will be conducted with the commission secretary reading off each commissioner's name. Commissioners, please state your name when you vote. The secretary will call the roll, please.
Mr. Coburn. Mr. Grimsley.
Grimsley here.
Mr. Frymiller. Mr. Shannon.
Shannon here.
Mr. McCowan.
McCowan here.
Mr. Dyson.
Dyson here.
Mr. Alexander.
Alexander here.
Mr. LaForge.
LaForge here, remote.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson here virtually.
At this time, Secretary Gatz, you're recognized for your presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, this morning we have an award that is from Keep America Beautiful. It's one that we've got Jeanette Nance here with us this morning to tell us a little bit about the award. But what I'd emphasize to you is the department is a partner with Keep Oklahoma Beautiful in efforts to try to make sure that the state, especially our highway rights-of-way, are in good condition and litter-free. And that is a relationship with Keep Oklahoma Beautiful that we've been a part of for many, many years, and it's one that we value tremendously. It's very effective. And again, I can't emphasize enough the word partnership, because that's truly what it is. And this is a little bit of national recognition for the relationship that Keep Oklahoma Beautiful, the Department of Transportation and the Turnpike Authority have, and the way that we work together. So, Mr. Chairman, if I might recognize Jeanette Nance and have her come forward and tell us a little bit about the award. Jeanette?
Not as tall as you. Thank you, Secretary Gatz. Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, it is my pleasure to be here today. This award is called the State Partnership Award. And in my 8 years of involvement with Keep Oklahoma Beautiful and Keep America Beautiful on the State Leaders Council, only 5 other states have partnerships with their ODOT or with their DOT. And we, Keep Oklahoma Beautiful and the Oklahoma Department of Transportation, have been recognized 11 times for this partnership. And this is the 5th time for it to be issued consecutively. So this partnership between us for this award is that the Department of Transportation assists us in getting supplies, and those supplies include vests, gloves, water, and trash bags, to community groups to do area cleanups and roadside cleanups in their communities. We've been recognized nationally for having 77 counties, 100% participation in this Great American Cleanup effort. That means at least one community in all of our counties participate in this program. And they could not if we did not have the partnership with the Department of Transportation to get those supplies delivered statewide. We sort them at the main warehouse. They're picked up by districts distribute them to counties. So this partnership award is not only significant to KOB, it is to the Department of Transportation. And as I said, one of only 5 states that are recognized by Keep America Beautiful. So it's my pleasure to give you this award. and to also emphasize what this program does for Oklahoma and for the Department of Transportation. This year, we had 273 groups. And 102 of those groups have reported so far. The campaign is not over yet. It ends June 15th. So counties can still, community groups can still register. So 273 groups so far. Some registered over the weekend. This number was given to me Friday morning. So it's probably 280 now. And 102 have filed wrap-up reports. And those reports have told us that 3,287 miles of Oklahoma roads have been cleared of litter by our volunteers using free supplies, saving government dollars. They've collected 999,000 pounds of trash and utilized nearly 4,000 volunteers so far. So like I said, only half of them have reported. A bigger number will be reported at the end of the campaign and program. I can tell you that in 2020, we did not formally track because a lot of our communities couldn't hold their efforts until the end of the year. But in 2019, those government dollars and volunteer hours equated to a savings of $8.7 million to the state of Oklahoma. So thank you for your partnership and the opportunity to have passionate board members from transportation serve on our board of directors.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, if you would, join us down front. We'll take a picture. And Mr. Chairman, recognize Monty Smith. She is a Keep Oklahoma Beautiful board member and does a tremendous job with the department, and certainly acknowledge her involvement with Keep Oklahoma Beautiful. Also, if I might, recognize Representative Denise Cross-White-Hader is in the room with us attending the commission meeting. So thank you, Representative, and Representative Nicole Miller. So thank you for attending this morning. We're certainly pleased to have you with us. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you. At this time, Mr. Henderson, you're recognized for your presentation.
Thank you, Chairman, Commissioners, Secretary. My name is Taylor Henderson. I am the State Maintenance Engineer for ODOT. It's with great honor today that I get to present the 2020 Safety Awards for ODOT. Every year we try to recognize a crew in each district that went above and beyond to make safety their priority. And then we also have two larger awards. One is the Progressive Excellence Award. That is a field district that did the best improvement over the year. And the final one is the Governor's Safety Excellence Award, and that is the crew or the district that had the safest record over the whole year. So the districts that won, they don't know they've won yet, so they'll be presented here on the video shortly. And and look forward to having them back in person next year. So without further ado, let's show the video.
Each year, the Oklahoma Department of Transportation honors crews in each district who go above and beyond for safety on the road and in their workspaces. These are the recipients of the Director's Safety Excellence Awards for 2020. In District 1, the Shakota Interstate Maintenance Unit. They're responsible for keeping I-40 in shape and safe through 3 counties in eastern Oklahoma. This includes performing full-depth concrete repairs when needed. With 0 crew injuries or vehicle incidents in 2020, this crew is also being singled out for keeping its facilities in top shape. In District 2, honors go to the Medill Residency. This group is overseeing the large-scale US 69 reconstruction project in Calera, and also had oversight on 2 big bridge replacement projects for the Willis Bridge and Bonham Bridge over the Red River at the Oklahoma-Texas state line, while facing challenges including boat and barge work, blasting operations, working on one of the busiest stretches of US 69, and coordination with local businesses. This group stayed incident-free last year. Every day starts with a tailgate safety meeting for the Lincoln County Maintenance Unit in District 3. This team then goes out to tackle a variety of projects, from road maintenance to clearing trees in the rights-of-way to improve sight distance on highway curves. This team was noted for excellence in operations and safety practices, even while working shorthanded at times. They believe safety starts with every individual, which will lead to a great team. The Kay County Maintenance Unit in District 4 puts a great focus on safety and equipment maintenance. They put an extra effort to make sure everything is in top shape so that when they're working on the road, they know their traffic control devices and tools are safe. This team consistently reports 0 accidents and was noted for improving their county with a new energy in recent years. 5 people, 11 counties, more than 100 miles of I-40. The district-wide bridge crew in District 5 takes the award for 2020. With no reportable accidents in the past decade, this crew focuses on labor-intensive work in all types of weather conditions, be it on the interstate or secondary highways. They also lend a hand to other District 5 crews and help with snow and ice operations in surrounding areas if needed. A true example of teamwork and safety. Our next honorees call Western Oklahoma home. The 7-person bridge crew for District 6 cover a lot of miles, often in harsh weather conditions. They're recognized for being safety-oriented and looking out for each other on the road. They also followed all COVID safety protocols, including rules for masks and making sure work areas were kept clean. Always ready to take on any challenge, no matter the time or the weather, this crew continues to put safety first. A deep freeze in October? No problem for the Anadarko residency. This team in District 7 put aside their normal duties to work side by side with maintenance crews as ice broke power lines and tree limbs across the district. They fired up chainsaws and helped get highways back open. With no accidents or injuries last year, they had perfect safety meeting attendance and continue to work on improving safety. In District 8, the Creek County Maintenance Unit has been accident-free for 5 years. Their safety meetings often focus on maintaining safe operations on rights-of-way and alongside traffic, especially as the crew covers 463 lane miles and mow more than 2,300 acres of rights-of-way each year. They were also given high marks for the organization and cleanliness of their office and shop. Last but not least in the district awards, the survey division at the central office. With 80% of its team in the field and more than 33,000 miles on their odometers for 2020, safety is an everyday necessity. When not behind the wheel somewhere in the state, crews are literally in the field, walking across rough terrain and clearing locations for their studies. With no accidents or lost days in 2020, this crew proves that safety is in everything they do. Now it's time for our district-wide awards. The Progressive Excellence Award is for the ODOT district that demonstrated the greatest improvement in safety performance during the year. The 2020 winner is District 1. In 400,000 work hours, they had 9 incidents with 0 lost work days, which was a significant improvement.
Safety is very important for our crews, and it's something they think about every day and all day. We had a superintendent killed back in 2012, and I think everybody thinks about that every day when they're out on the roadway. That we have many near misses. It's not uncommon for cones to get driven over. So it's something that we think about, and we think about as we're planning our work zones, and it's something that we try and keep in our minds while we're working.
And our final award, the Governor's Safety Excellence Award, which is the top ODOT award a district can receive. It represents the best overall accident rating for the past year, factoring in the accident incident rate, lost time due to accidents, lost work days, and accident severity. The 2020 winner is District 2. In 400,000 work hours, they logged just 1 lost day and 3 total injuries, which represented a tremendous improvement along with other factors when compared to the year before.
More than anything, what safety means to the crews is that they get to do their job, they get to focus on their job, and not have to worry about someone driving through their work zone dangerously. They have a very difficult job. They have to balance accomplishing their job task in an environment that is always changing, and it's very dynamic.
Congratulations to all our crews for these well-deserved honors.
We also can hand out an award to the winning district. This year, we decided to get a trailer-mounted attenuator, help those guys and gals down there be even safer, that they can put that behind their vehicles and somebody can crash into that and not hurt them as well. So we're proud that we can, give them some kind of award for that. But I just applaud all the winners. They also wanted me to bring up District 6 was just a hair off of the progressive award too. So we wanted to mention them today. They were really close. So I just say congratulations to all the winners and thank you all for allowing this presentation. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Item number 73 is the approval of the minutes of the Transportation Commission meeting on May the 3rd. Do I have a motion for approval?
Motion.
Did I have a second?
Second.
Madam Secretary, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Yes.
Mr. McCowan,
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
Number 73 is approved. At this time, the consent docket contains items number 74, 75, and 76. The items will be discussed in detail in the committee meetings. If any commissioners would like to pull an individual item out for discussion, he may do so at this time. Otherwise, do I hear a motion for approval of the consent docket?
So moved. Coburn.
Second.
Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Shannon, yes.
Mr. McCowan,
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
The consent docket's approved. Thank you. Item number 77 is programming items. Mr. Tigler, you're recognized to present. Please state your name.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, Mr. Secretary. This is Tim Tegler, Director of Engineering. I have item 77, programming item, and we have one this month. This is Cleveland County Commission District 3. Department requests approval to program a project to repair some vehicle damage, impact damage to State Highway 9 eastbound over US 77. The estimated cost of this project is $25,000. The project can be ready for an October 2021 letting, and the party responsible for the damage is known. So try to answer any questions. Approval is recommended.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item number 77?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Coburn, second.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller, Mr. Frymiller, Mr. Shannon,
Yes.
Mr. McCown,
Count, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
The number 77 is improved. You can continue with that. Number 78.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item 78, my engineering contracts. Again, this is Tim Tegler, Director of Engineering. I have 4 parts this month. Part A is statewide, all districts, our on-demand land surveying contracts. We've selected 8 firms to do this on-demand land surveying service. They are Carroll Surveying and Mapping, CEC Corporation, Frontier Land Surveying, Half Associates, Heartland Surveying and Mapping, Keystone Engineering and Land Surveying, Sky Survey, and White Hawk Engineering and Design. The aggregate not to exceed amount for these 8 contracts is $6 million. Part B is in Grant County, in District 4. Department has selected H.W. Lochner to prepare construction plans for State Highway 11. This is a contract, total not to exceed amount is $1,050,920. The project is included in the 8-year construction work plan with a scheduled let date of 2027. Part C is K County in District 4. Department has selected HNTB Corporation to prepare construction plans for US 60. Total not to exceed amount is $849,100. The project is included in the 8-year construction work plan with a scheduled let date of 2026. And finally, Part D in Caddo County in District 7. Department has selected Poe and Associates to prepare construction plans for US 281. Total not to exceed amount is $436,273. The project is included in the 8-year construction work plan with a scheduled let date of 2026. Approval is recommended. Try to answer any questions if you gentlemen have any this morning.
You've heard the presentation. Do I hear a motion for approval?
So moved.
I approve.
Second. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Brian Miller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Yes.
Mr. McCown,
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
LaForge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
Motion carries. Mr. Pigley, you may continue on item number 79.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Again, this is Tim Tegler, Director of Engineering. I have 5 parts to my engineering contract supplements this month. Part A is in LaFleur County in District 2. We previously authorized Guy Engineering Services to perform preliminary engineering and construction plans for State Highway 63. Supplement not to exceed amount is $88,017.36. The contract or the project is in the 8-year construction work plan, the scheduled let date of federal fiscal year 2026. Part B is in Custer County in District 5. We previously authorized Garber to prepare construction plans for I-40 interchange and intersection modification at exit 65. Supplement not to exceed amount is $2,593,695. This project is in the 8-year construction work plan, the scheduled let date of 2024. Part C in Rogers County, we previously authorized Benham Design to prepare construction plans for US 412 that's east of I-44. The supplement not to exceed amount is $34,000. This project was included in the 8-year construction work plan and the let date of 2028. Part D is Tulsa County. This is a project previously authorized Garber to prepare construction plans for the I-44 US 75 interchange reconstruction. This is from about Union Avenue to the Arkansas River. The supplement not to exceed amount is $380,452. This project as well is in the 8-year construction work plan and scheduled let date of 2020. This is a project that we have already let, and we're trying to get some things done. These were plans, modification after it was let. So we had some plan mods and some sequencing changes and some bridge calcs just so you know. And we also added some water and sewer line relocation in this. And finally, Part E, Tulsa County and District 8. We previously authorized Poe and Associates prepare construction plans for the I-44 US 75 interchange. This is the second of 3 firms that are working in this area on this rather large project in Tulsa. The supplement not to exceed amount is $102,020. This project is also included in the 8-year construction work plan scheduled let date of 2028. Approval is recommended. Try to answer any questions if you have any this morning.
Any questions? Do I hear a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second?
Grimsley second.
Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Shannon, yes.
Mr. McCowen,
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
Forge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. At this time, Mr. Leonard will present the item 80, change orders greater than $75,000.
Morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission.
75.
Mr. Secretary, this is John Leonard, State Construction Engineer. I'd like to present item 80, parts A through double J. These are the change orders on projects which have a cumulative total of change orders of $75,000 or less. This item is presented for your information only and no action is necessary, but I'd be certainly glad to answer any questions.
These items were discussed in detail in our committee meeting. If there's no questions, Mr. Leonard, you're recognized to present item number 81.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Again, this is John Leonard, State Construction Engineer. Present item number 81, parts A through double N. These are change orders on projects which have a cumulative total of change orders greater than $75,000. Your approval is recommended, and I'd be glad to answer any questions.
Are there any questions? You've heard the presentation. Do I hear a motion for approval?
Coburn, move for approval.
Do I have a second?
Alexander, second.
Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Yes.
Mr. McCowen,
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
Forge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
This time, item number 82, proposal of the bid openings by Mr. Hackney. You're recognized.
Robert Hackney, Comptroller Division, Project Funding Manager. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Item 82, proposed bid openings consists of the final August 2021, the tentative September 2021, and the tentative October 2021 bid openings. The department recommends approval.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval?
Frymiller, approved.
Second. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Yes.
Mr. McCowen,
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
Forge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
Thank you, sir. And the majority carried, it was approved. Item number 83, in addition to Industrial Access Road Program, Mr. Surratt, you're recognized to present.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. Mitch Surratt, the Deputy General Counsel on behalf of the Director's Office. Item 83, 2 additions to the Industrial Access Road Program. Item A is in Garfield County, District 4. The City of Enid and the Garfield County Industrial Authority have requested approval for an industrial access project for Chisholm Trail Meats. Chisholm Trail is investing more than $2.6 million in a new facility, creating 20 new full-time jobs there in Enid area. The project begins at 54th Street on Willow Road and extends west approximately a half a mile. The city will be responsible for all initiation, construction, and completion of the work associated with the project. The estimated total of the project is $1.2 million, but they received an EDA grant to help with it, and our participation shall not exceed $180,000. B is in District 3, Lincoln County. Lincoln County Commissioners have requested approval for an industrial project for NACO. NACO is the largest employer in the county and has invested more than $2 million in a new employee training and customer development facility. This will increase the number of jobs in NACO to almost 300 and an annual payroll of over $19 million. The project begins at north-south 3520 at east-west 900 and extends south approximately 2 miles. Estimated cost on this is 1.07 million, with our participation not to exceed 470,000. We recommend approval.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval of item number 83?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Grimsley, second.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Yes.
Mr. McCowen,
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
Forge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
Motion carried. You may, Mr. Surratt, you may continue with item 84.
Item 84 is additions to the lake access program. There's, I believe, 10 A through G, I believe it is. First one's in District 1, Muskogee County. Muskogee County requested this project for Spaniard Creek there at the Weber's Fall Reservoir. The proposed project begins at US 64 on Elm Grove Road and extends east approximately 6.1 miles to the lake. Once again, the county will be responsible for all work on the project, with our participation not to exceed $754,000. B is District 1, Cherokee County. It's for Fort Gibson Lake, and this was also requested by the Cherokee County Commissioners. The project begins on S410 Road on West 780 Road and extends west approximately 2.1 miles. The county will be responsible for all the work on the project, and our participation shall not exceed $350,000. C is in District 2, Marshall County. It's for Lake Texoma, going down to Buncombe Creek. Begins at Little Road on Shea Road and extends south for approximately 1 mile, and then west on Arrowhead Road, 0.6 miles to the lake. The county will be responsible for all work with the project. Our participation should not exceed $250,000. D is District 2, Choctaw County for Lake Hugo. It begins at State Highway 93 on east-west 2050 and extends east approximately 1 mile to the lake. Our participation shall not exceed $200,000. E is in District 2, Choctaw County. Projects for Virgil Point at Hugo Lake. Begins at State Highway 147 on east-west 2030 and extends west for approximately 1 mile, then south for approximately 0.75 miles to the lake. Our participation in this project shall not exceed $350,000. District 2, Choctaw County. This is at Boswell Lake. Project begins at US 70 on north-south 4016 and extends north approximately 1.1 miles to the lake. Our participation in this project shall not exceed $145,000. Item G is in District 2, Atoka County for McGee Creek State Park. Begins at State Highway 3 on Windy Lane in the town of Lane and extends east for approximately 0.4 miles. Our participation shall not exceed $186,000. H is in District 2, Atoka County. It's also for McGee Creek State Park. Proposed project begins at State Highway 3 on West McGee Creek Road and extends north for approximately 1.2 miles, then approximately 1 mile east. Our participation will not exceed $975,000. Item I is in District 2, LaFleur County for Wister Lake. The project begins at US 271, approximately 2.1 miles south of US 270 and extends east approximately 3.81 miles to the lake. Our participation in this project shall not exceed $367,000. And finally, District 3 to Lincoln County is for Stroud Lake. Begins at State Highway 99 on east-west 840 and extends east for approximately 2.5 miles to the lake. Our participation in this project shall not exceed $402,000. We recommend approval of all projects.
You've heard the presentation. Do I hear a motion for approval?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Coburn, second.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Shannon, yes.
Mr. McCowen,
McCowen, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
Yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
Thank you. Motion carries. Item number 85 is the fiscal year 2022 budget work program. Ms. Helms, you will be recognized to present. I might just, before she makes a presentation, I know most of you in the room know this. We've all been here since 9 o'clock this morning, reviewing all of these items in detail. And so every now and then I get a call from someone and says, well, you guys are just a rubber stamp. You know, you walk in there and approve everything they present. Our committees have heard all these reports all morning. And so at this point, I'll turn the floor over to you for your presentation.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and members of the commission. My name is Shelley Helmus, and I'm the Director of Finance and Administration, and I'm the CFO. Agenda item 85 is for fiscal year 2022 budget work program. The department is required to submit a budget work program to the Office of Management and Enterprise Services in June of each year, which will provide the budget authority for the upcoming fiscal year. And in keeping with that process, the department is submitting for commission approval the fiscal year 2022 budget work program. Let's cover a few highlights. You will see there's an increase in the state transportation fund in the amount of $16.8 million, which is less than the certification, which is $19 million. And the roads fund has been restored to the $575 million as per House Bill 2895, which removed the $180 million, which was previously set to be removed. And you'll notice that there is a $50 million loan from the TIFIA, US DOT, and that is $50 million of the $200 million authorization provided in House Bill 2896. And that particular loan will cover the rural 2-lane highways with deficient bridges. The balance of the highway program is covered with Federal Highway Administration funds. You also notice an increase in the curb funding due to House Bill 2892, increasing from $78 million to $90 million. And you'll also notice a $20 million increase in the curb program for provided by House Bill 2900. Also included in the budget are several grants providing funding for the transit and rail programs. And in addition to that budget, original budget, will be budget revisions which will be necessary throughout the year and will be submitted to you for approval at the appropriate time. The department requests and recommends approval of this budget totaling $1,790,486,471.
Thank you. Are there any questions?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I just want to thank the legislature. They spent a lot of time and put a lot of attention on this issue, so I just want to thank them for that.
Yes, we do thank you for the hard work that the legislature's put into this, and especially during the times we're in right now. Do I have a motion for approval?
Motion, Alexander.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Yes.
Mr. McCowen,
McCowen, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
Forge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
The motion carries. Item number 86 is the awards by Mr. Dels. You're recognized to present.
Morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Item 86 this morning, my presentation will be in two parts. Part A is the deferral from the March 18th bid opening. The following item referred to by call order was deferred from the March 18th bid opening It is now recommended that this item be awarded to the low bidder, and that's call order 826. Part B are our recommendations from the May 20th bid opening. It is recommended that the following items from the May 20th bid opening referred to by call order be awarded. Call orders 400, 405, 410, 415, 420, 425, 430, 440, 445, 455, 460, 465, 470, 475, 480, 485, 490, 495, 510, 515, 520, 530, 545, 550, 555, 560, 565, 570, 575 with the add alternate, 580, and 585. And lastly, it is recommended that the following item from the May 20th bid opening referred to by call order be rejected, and that's call order 590. This concludes our recommendations, and your approval is requested.
You've heard the presentation. Do I have a motion for approval?
Coburn, so moved.
Here's a second. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Yes.
Mr. McCowen,
McCowen, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
Yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
Thank you.
Motion approved. Item number 87 is the declaration of an emergency by Secretary Gatz.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, item number 87 is related to US 70 over Lake Texoma, the Roosevelt Bridge in Bryan and Marshall counties. It's an 87 span combination steel girder steel truss bridge, almost 5,000 feet in length, constructed in 1948. And the latest daily traffic on that structure is 10,800 vehicles per day. During the process of blasting and cleaning the existing steel superstructure in preparation for painting under a current ODOT contract, several areas of section loss on the floor beams were discovered. Field District 2 personnel notified the ODOT Bridge Division for further investigation and analysis. Bridge Division advised that the severity of the condition was not sufficient at this time to warrant a complete closure. Further, the Bridge Division did request an immediate structural repair be undertaken. Permit loads were immediately restricted. US 70 is a principal arterial that carries a large amount of truck traffic between Interstate 35 and Durant. It also carries an enormous amount of tourism traffic during the summer months. The effects of either load posting or closing this bridge for safety reasons would be detrimental to industry, commerce, and tourism in the area, and placing an undue burden on the traveling public. The preferred detour route is calculated at 39 miles and consists of putting traffic on a two-lane, two-way facility with insufficient shoulders for much of that route. Immediate repairs are needed. On June 2nd, 2021, under the authority of Title 61, Section 130, and Commission rules, I determined that an emergency situation existed and authorized the preparation of repair plans and the use of expedited bidding and contracting procedures. The department requests that the Transportation Commission declare that emergency exists and authorize the department to award an emergency contract for the repair of the bridge in an amount of $825,000 with Jensen Construction Company to expedite these repairs. Mr. Chairman, approval is recommended, and I'd be happy to answer any questions the commission might have of me.
Are there any questions? Do I hear a motion for approval?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Coburn, second.
Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Frymiller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Yes.
Mr. McCowen,
McCowen, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
Forge, yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
Motion carried. Go fix that bridge. Item number 88, the director's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, commissioners, for your consideration and award of that emergency contract. It is extremely important to keep that facility open, and this will allow us to move quickly to do just that. Also, and I again acknowledge Representative Cross-White-Hater. She is a member of the Standing Committee on Transportation in the House of Representatives, and also Representative Nicole Miller, who is the vice chair of the Appropriations Subcommittee for Transportation. And again, express our appreciation to the legislature and the governor for making transportation a priority in the state of Oklahoma. It's so much more than just about setting a budget. The state of Oklahoma did a very good job of managing our way through the challenging circumstances of COVID-19. That put us in a position to have a budget year that was better than I think any of us expected. The legislature did a tremendous job of putting money into the state of Oklahoma savings account, which was extremely important. Taking a look at infrastructure and all the other core services of government and making sure that they were properly funded. So we really appreciate their involvement. Again, as Ms. Helmus pointed out, the assistance that we received in facing a budgetary takedown in the roads fund for fiscal 22 of $180 million, and the legislature was able to address that. And also add to the state transportation fund. And I don't want to overlook the fact that the legislature went to great lengths to increase the cap in the roads fund beginning in 2023 by $15 million. So we are deeply appreciative of their efforts, and we'll do a good job to put those dollars to work to the improvement of the transportation system in Oklahoma. Also, another highlight of the legislative session was civil service reform. And that was something that is long overdue. The state, it's been many, many, many years since we undertook a review of the civil service in state government. And the legislature did a good job of maintaining a balance between making sure that the employees of the state of Oklahoma retain due process. Because again, if an employee believes that they were wronged, it's very important that they've got a mechanism to result to at the state level, and they retain that. And at the same time, they are modernizing our civil service system to the point where the state can take advantage of things like pay for performance, which is something that's really been missing from state government employment. So again, we really appreciate the work that the legislature did throughout the session on a number of different items, but especially as related to transportation. May have seen in the news of late some discussion about what's happening at the federal level. The Senate Environment and Public Works Committee, certainly Senator Inhofe plays an important, significant role on that committee, was able to pass a reauthorization bill through the committee. Some of the highlights on it, it would result in about a 21% increase in federal funds for Oklahoma. And also it made a inclusion for US 412 between Interstate 35 across the Cimarron Turnpike, and then 412 via 244 through Tulsa, and then the Cherokee Turnpike connecting to the Arkansas line, and subsequently to Interstate 49 in Arkansas. So multi-state effort, but this put a placeholder in place to designate that Highway 412 as an interstate at some point in the future. There's a tremendous amount of work that is necessary on 412 for it to be accommodating of an interstate standard. But this is an important planning tool for the department to determine what types of improvements we're going to make. And again, we'll get about that business in the future and go to work there. I've also been following the activity in the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. They have released their own version of the highway bill. And my understanding is that they're going to mark that up on Wednesday. At some point in the future, assuming that both those bills make progress, they'll have to be reconciled. So the House and the Senate will have to come together on a piece of legislation that they can both get their arms around. And thus far, it's been fairly bipartisan. And but that'll take some time. There'll be a lot of effort at the congressional level to make sure that that happens. And then President Biden has the American Jobs Plan that somehow factors into an investment in infrastructure. So we're very carefully and very closely monitoring the activities around the jobs plan. None of that is in law as of yet. And again, we'll closely watch what's going on in the Congress. One of the things I thought worth mentioning this morning is the Interstate 35 corridor that's under construction south of the metropolitan area of Oklahoma City. Again, we've got a lot of work going on in that corridor that is long overdue. And it is creating some pretty massive traffic problems in those work zones. And I'd ask the public for their patience. I'd ask the public to be very careful as they travel through those work zones on 35. Try to find alternate routes if that's available. And again, if you are traveling through those work zones, please put away distractions. Be prepared for traffic stoppages and things like that. But it's really, really important that we get that work done. In the Interstate 35 corridor, there's never a good time to do construction, but it is necessary at this particular moment. So please bear with us while we work our way through those projects. On the front of our ongoing safety campaign, Make Safety Stick, Everybody Click, June is a focus on avoiding common driver errors. As summer approaches and we get more and more travel out on the highways, we want to remind motorists that driving friendly can make everybody's trip safer. And so we'll be sharing some tips about how to drive defensively and avoiding distractions, paying attention, and then always with that underlying tone of buckle up. Because seatbelt usage, again, is not what it needs to be in the state of Oklahoma. We certainly want everybody to take that first action upon entering a vehicle to protect yourself, and that's the buckling your seatbelt. On the modernization front, we continue to make progress with our organizational modernization across the Transportation Cabinet. The three agencies continue our efforts to find ways to leverage resources, potentially share some services, and optimize our operational efficiencies. That report out for recommendations coming out of the modernization initiative is going to happen later this month. And those recommendations will be considered by the executive staff of all the agencies. And then optimistically at the July commission meeting, I'll have a little bit more detail to share with the commission about what our future might look like for the Transportation Cabinet. I believe that there are huge opportunities in modernization for us to make some progress, reduce some costs maybe, and share some services across the cabinet that I think are going to set the stage for transportation in the state of Oklahoma on the government side to do very well for the future. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I would be happy to answer any questions that you may have of me, and stand ready.
Are there any questions from commissioners?
I'd just like to say thank you again to the legislature and especially to your staff for our budget this year and the years coming. It's really going to help.
We're at this stage where with no questions, do I have a motion for adjournment? We're going to go part way through the adjournment and then let you have it back. Do I hear a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Grimsley, second.
Okay, before declaring to adjourn, Sherry, would you,
I'd like to report that ODOT has been monitoring the public video and audio connection throughout the meeting. It's been reported to me that the public video and audio connection have been maintained.
Tim?
Mr. Chairman, the time is now 12 p.m. And we are ready to conclude the meeting.
Do I hear a roll call?
Mr. Coburn,
Coburn, yes.
Mr. Grimsley,
Grimsley, yes.
Mr. Frymiller,
Miller, yes.
Mr. Shannon,
Shannon, yes.
Mr. McCowen,
McCown, yes.
Mr. Dyson,
Dyson, yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Alexander, yes.
Mr. LaForge,
Yes.
Mr. Peterson.
Peterson, yes.
We are adjourned.